Hello YouTube. Pardon me, let's try that again. Take two. Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. Good evening to all of you. I hope and pray that wherever you are in YouTube land, you and yours are happy, healthy, safe, and well. Let me take a sip of my beverages. It's actually one beverage. Combination of Canada Dry Ginger Ale, Poland Spring Triple Berry Flavored Sparkling Water, and a little bit of lemon juice. Anyway, that was not a tongue pop. I know how to do a tongue pop. That's it. Something like that. Okay, anyway, silliness aside, welcome to the next video in my Pride Tarot More Than a Walkthrough series of videos, this time featuring the World card. Yes, ladies and gentlemen in YouTube land, I have come to the last card of the Major Arcana. I am so happy that I am keeping the promise that I made to myself, as well as to all of you, that before the conclusion of 2020, the year of a solid, balanced foundation, that I would have concluded the Major Arcana of the Pride Tarot and begun at least the first in the Minor Arcana. Now, since I have the guidebook here, I will actually tell you that it begins with the swords, and then it goes to the wands, and then the cups, and then the pentacles. Okay, so I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos do a close-up of Boss the Kitten, because she's on the table, and she's not on the table, and you were not fast enough. Okay. I'm going to have him do a close-up of the cover of the box. As you know, we've already discussed the Sun card. This is the cover of the Sun card by Isabel Hayes. I heard a click. You sure? Everything is okay? We're still recording? Okay. I heard a click. What can I say? Anyway, so we already did the Sun, and we are finishing up with the World for the Major Arcana. And then, of course, I'm going to have him do a close-up of the World card, and it is illustrated by Cristy C. I love her artistic style. I really do. It's so beautiful. This is the World card, and I just love her artwork. I mean, this is actually, I think this is actually one of 2 or 3 cards that she's illustrated. And I know that she illustrated at least one other card in the Major Arcana. So, yeah. You know, eventually I might actually create an accompanying blog post for all of these. But I would need to have it be on both my professional, metaphysically oriented WordPress blog, This Is Who I Am, as well as my personal LGBTQIA+ oriented WordPress blog, This Gay Man's Life. But that's another topic for another video for another day. So now, let me take a few moments to read what Ms. Rode wrote about the World card in the guidebook. Okay, put on my eyes. The World by Cristy C. My World card portrays Dante Oshun. And it's spelled the Brazilian way, like as in Candomblé and Macumba. Dante Oshun, an activist, artist, and educator at Legacy Community Health. The World asks you to note the synchronized moments that mark the turning points you are at. Trust what's in progress and bask in what's complete. Oh, I love the sound of that. I'm going to read that again. Trust what's in progress and bask in what's complete. The World is a time when we are able to rise above our trauma, own our mistakes, and honor our self-worth, as our consciousness is elevated and strong enough to fight and willing to survive. The World card has access to all of their gifts, as their past, present, and future is finally integrated in one body. The World is prone to direct action, direct truth, and direct responsibility. The World is energetically aligned, broad in vision, and willing to listen. The World can see and feel the reality of healing as they walk through the earth in the truest manifestations of themselves. I love that. That is just so beautiful. Before I read the bio for Cristy C. I do want to set aside the page, and then I want to share with all of you some of my intuitive insights about the World card. But first, let me say that one of the traditional meanings of the World card, not surprisingly, is international travel. So for me, when I've seen the World cards in my readings with clients when I'm using tarot, sometimes it does indicate that the client will travel to another country, but and I would say, generally speaking, just in the last 5 to 10 years. So this is 2020, so between 2010 and 2020, when I've seen the World card in my readings when I'm using a tarot deck, I will say that it represents the presence of other cultures in the client's life. For example, let's say that you have neither the desire nor to travel to another country, and you probably have never had that desire for, let's say, the last 20 years. But maybe you're going to meet other people that were born in another country and now live in the country in which you live, whether that's the United States, whether that's England, whether that's Australia, etc. Or perhaps you are going to become more interested in a country's ancient culture, or in another country's ancient history, or you might find yourself wanting to try other foods and other beverages from other countries. There's I have a bad habit of keeping a lot of tabs open on my computer, and one of those tabs is either an all recipes or a delish page, and it's about I think it's something like around the world in 10 menus. And it lists dishes from the Mediterranean, from Ethiopia, from Spain, and from a few other countries. And I remember reading this and I was like, this sounds so delicious. And, you know, personally, I must admit, I do not go to that many restaurants of other kinds of cultures. I mean, being Cuban, I do go to Cuban restaurants, and I'm not a stranger to Spanish restaurants, as in Spaniards from Spain restaurants, and of course Italian restaurants, because, you know, cappuccino. But I do not remember the last time that I went to an Ethiopian restaurant, and I would say that it was more than 20 years ago, and it was in Washington, D.C. of all places. I'm still very much a novice when it comes to Washington, D.C., and I am long overdue to return, and I'm certainly long overdue to be more of a tourist the next time I visit. I don't remember the last time I visited a Greek restaurant, and diners don't count. It has to be a Greek restaurant. You know, it's so funny. I'm like, this is something to consider for the next few years, actually. And of course, you know, with that tab I can make it at home, but, you know, I want to experience it, like, you know, in the restaurant. Anyway, so let me read Ms. Rhodes' bio, which I've happily read before. Cristy C. is a Cuban-American artist, writer, and musician. Through visual art, storytelling, and punk rock music, C. has strived to testify to the beauty of the imperfect since she began creating art in her hometown of Miami, Florida. She grew up as a self-taught, figure-drawing artist with a penchant for all things that question society. C. has a BFA in illustration from the Ringling School of Art and Design and an MFA from FIT. I'm curious, which FIT? Oh, FIT stands for Fashion Institute of Technology. C. has almost 20 years of independent publishing under her belt, along with years of creating countless illustrations for magazines, record albums, event posters, and social justice organizations. She also teaches workshops and lectures across the nation. In early 2006, C. released her first novel, Indestructible, which is definitely on my to-buy list, along with her being the creator of the New World Tarot. Long overdue, and long time on my to-buy list. It lists her website address, which is a .org, so it is a nonprofit, and it also lists her Instagram page. Although I have read her I've included her contact information in her bio, in the description box in a previous video. I am going to go through all the other videos that feature her, and I will link those videos in the description box for this video. YouTube, as always, thank you so much for honoring who I am and what I do. I cannot thank you enough for all the likes, all the comments, all the shares, all the subscriptions to my YouTube channel, and of course, thank you to all of you who have been scheduling your sessions. And I want to thank once again US Game Systems for getting together this this amazing array of supremely talented artists to co-create the Pride Tarot, a collaborative deck. I wish all of you bright blessings and magical miracles, and stay tuned for the next video.